Okay. What's up, guys? Oh, that is good, Garrett. Hey, anything. I'm all purple. You notice this, man. Purple, purple, purple. Yo, guys, what's up? This your boy John, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of background, all right? So basically, I'm doing this tonight. Yeah. And it is a preview of, of event I am working on. And it's coming up in April, August. And here's the thing: it's like I have been so uh, uh, kind of like in a little bit of a funk because my technology was not working right, and every time I would get on a call, whether it was a Zoom call or a Skype call, both of those that I noticed, then I would have a problem, right? It would be a little laggy, things like that. Then I got on, my weekly show we do with the Watching Amazon, and literally it would not work. My computer was slowing down to a crawl, and I was just so like, I don't know. And literally for like 2 or 3 weeks, it was really bad. But in that time, I'm still working on this project for Speaker Money. And Speaker Money is a conference that we're going to have. It's going to be an online conference, of course, because, trying to do things in the terrestrial world right now, just not going to happen. It was something I actually had planned to do as a event here in Atlanta in April. And of course, we shut down the country in March. I shuffled, I got it back together. And so this is the culmination of all that planning, work, and then I'm ready to start doing the production part before the conference, and my computer goes down, right? So the deal was I actually got this interview with JJ just before I got the new computer, and we were able to get it out. And I realized it was only my video, if I put my video on low quality. So when you see this, mine is going to be on low quality. His is going to be probably like HD, you know? But I went through, I re edited it, and that's what I'm going to present to you tonight. This is pre recorded, but the content is fantastic. So here you go. I appreciate you guys. I'll be in the comments. So if you want to chit chat, we can chat. You got questions, hook me up, hit me up. And I think with that, I should be ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to run it. Here we go. All right. Yo, guys, what's up? This is your boy John. I've got with me the one, the only JJ. JJ literally, I mean, has spoken on at least 100 stages worldwide. He is probably one of the most dynamic and amazing speakers, entertainers, and MCs. And really great to have you with me, JJ. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, man, we're here. We're living in the energy from that intro. I'm here in LA. We're just doing it, man. We're ready. I'm ready to give your people some value, some moves. John, I'm tired of all these coaches and these people talking and not walking the talk. I want real 2020 moves now.
Yeah, I want real 2020 moves too, man.
Not 1986, man. I don't
Right.
want, I don't want postcards. I want deals closed, transferred in my account immediately.
That's right, man. That's right. So tell me just give us an overview of what you do and how you got started doing that.
Yeah, man. So like 16 years ago, I'm 31 now, 16 years ago in Australia, in Brisbane, that's where I'm from. I said I wanted to stand on the biggest stages in the world and tell the world who I am, what I do, and how I do it. And I've said different messages over my life. Like I started the first message as a magician, which was super fun. Then I worked on television. Then I worked as an MC, saying other people's words. And then now I've been getting paid to say my own words from my own stories and from my own chapters. But man, the thing that I struggled with for a long time is I call life like a big jungle, right? I was in the jungle. I was all alone. I didn't have anyone's help, anyone's advice, anyone's moves, right? And I think that came from a place that I was stubborn, thinking I could figure it all out. You know, I went along life with my own backpack and my enthusiasm and confidence, but I didn't get the results like I wanted to, and I struggled. I cried. I was depressed during my jungle experience. I'd always see the island, right? I'd always see out of the island, like I can see it. I know it's there. I can get there, right? But I couldn't get it, right? And then along the journeys, I would find different maps. You know, I know people could get out, and that's like up talking to some people and asking them for advice, right? And I saw different maps, and I pick up the map, and I'd be like, maybe I should try this method. And I would do it. And then what happens if you use this map? You end up going backwards. You think you're going forwards, but I'm going in this direction. I'm going backwards. And then
you're kind of resetting everything.
Man, you
throwing out everything you've done.
Right? And then you pick up a really shiny map. Oh, this one looks good because it's how to make $3 million in 3 seconds without working at doing anything. You pick up one of those maps, right? Done. And then what happens? You go so further back, you go stuff all the maps, stuff anyone's help. I'm going to do it myself. And then what happens? Then that's when the dark times happen. In 2017, I had a very dark point in my life. Things I would do that I never thought I would do. I became someone I didn't want to become. You know, I was traveling and still speaking, but I was not happy. And I was like, I put aside what I thought was happiness, thinking this is what you got to do in this life. Like that's my ethnic father telling me, like, you got to suck it up. Then kick it. So a year and a half later, I got to a point where I was at such a bad low. I said, enough is enough. And I yelled out for help, right? And I kept yelling. And I kept meeting people who want to help me, but they kept speaking in a different language, meaning I didn't like them. I didn't find their vibe right. Then one day I found the right person, and he put out his hand, and it was like my tour guide, and he took me to that island. And so far I've been able to achieve the things I want to achieve and do the things I want to do. And that's what I want to do for the people listening. I want to be there for them.
That is a very good story. And I love how you bring it all back to having somebody that was doing what you want to do, being a guide for you to really shortcut you on that road that you are traveling on, trying to find, getting frustrated, ended up where you didn't want to be. I love that. So, I mean, so today, what happened in 2020 that changed your business? Because, I mean, we can't go through and not acknowledge the actual reality of stages kind of disappearing from under our feet. Yeah. How did that happen for you?
Yeah, my last event was March the 12th. It was 2 days before. It was the day, I think, of or before New York shut down, right?
Right.
Ironically, I was speaking to 400 event planners in Vegas, talking to them about stress. What a time, what a gig for me to speak on stress in the 5th most stressful job in the world at the time of what was happening. That was a tough gig. Me talking about stress. And then immediately after I finished my keynote, an hour later, the New York City schools shut down, right? So there was tension and pressure. And then I was like, it's okay. It won't happen to us. 3-4 days later, contracts got lost, money got lost. Pizza Hut was called, Domino's was called, and donuts were called for about a week, you know, because I didn't know what to do, man. No one knew what to do, you know? I called up Domino's, they said, same order. I said, you know what, put 2 this time, make it with garlic bread as well. I got time. So, and the gyms are closed, might as well just, you know, saddle up for the summer. So, but man, you know, I realized in life where as an entrepreneur like you, John, like these are roadblocks. Corona's a big roadblock, and it's not a fun roadblock, but I realized, well, what are we going to do about this situation? We can't go out and speak and touch the people anymore. How do we be able to get virtual stages? And how do we make money? Because we need to be paid. So I had to figure out from people around me, but also just with my own blood, sweat, and tears, like, how do I make this an experience for people so they pay me money to share my message. And that's where we're at today.
And how are you doing that? And how can I do that? Or how can these folks listening to us do that? What's the first thing we need to do
Yeah,
right
man.
now?
Yeah, first thing you need to do, and I tell this to all the people I coach, from authors, trainers, coaches, and speakers, first thing you need to do is take the magic pole, magic flag, and stick it into the universe and say, I commit. I'm going to make this work, and I really want to do this. You can't be doing virtual stages unless you really want to do it. You can't sort of half-ass about it. So first thing you need to do is go commit. I want help. Second thing you need to do today is you need to realize you can't copy and paste your keynote to a virtual stage.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Because your 55-minute, 45-minute leadership talk was amazing when you had music, sound, lighting, an engaged audience straight away, probably a warmed up audience by an MC, right?
Right.
At a conference in Vegas where people are on a different state. You already had all the resources to help you give your presentation an easy, we call this, when I used to do stand-up comedy, you had an easy room. You've got an easy room to play with. You already got people who are there who are wanting to laugh, right?
Right. Right.
It's like going to a theater show when people are there wanting to watch a show. Now you're going, it's raining 4 a.m. and you're trying to busk. That's where you're at right now. So what you have to do now is realize that is done. You can't just copy and paste. Now you have to think of it like, how can I provide people an experience with what I do, and how can I help them on Zoom or on a webinar or on Facebook Live? So you need to think, how do I make my presentation engaging, impactful, and an experience?
I mean, that all is fantastic, right? Still, I think a lot of people get stuck on how do we okay, so it's like all the other components, like you said, this, like the room is set and it's an easy room, right? It's like somebody else set up the room for us. Now it feels like you've got to find a way to get in front of those same people, because the guy, that was doing the event planning is not even planning that event any longer.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like the number of events that we had, probably there's about 1 in 5 are still going on in some virtual format. So now it's gotten really noisy.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing that I did when this happened, about a week after, I decided, hey, maybe I should stop calling Domino's and go for a run.
Uh-huh.
I called up all of the top people in my industry and said, where are we at? What do I need to do? What do I need to create? Right? Because they're an agencies that their sole income is reliant on other speakers working. So they need to figure out faster than I need to figure it out. Right?
Right.
What we realize, and this is for everyone out there, here's like a really smart move for you right now. You need to create a virtual press pack.
Okay.
Don't you expect companies to understand that they can book you for a virtual experience? They don't know what they don't know, because this is a new landscape. This is a new market. And when I was talking about committing before, it's really important that everyone has to be okay with, like, this isn't going anywhere now.
Right.
We understand that we have to have this available for us, because companies, and I know firsthand companies, for example, Microsoft, and this is news, this is information, Microsoft have canceled all their events till 2021, any in-person events. Microsoft, Amazon, if they're doing it, $1 billion companies, what other $1 billion companies will follow suit? So now they still need training. They still need entertainment. They still need information. You need to put together a press pack that you can go to these companies and tell them who you are, what you do, how you can help them, and put that and make that into an experience which is interactive, which is they can actually lead with something, which gets them involved with who you are.
Now, are people, or let me say it like this: do people need to reevaluate their who they are and what they represent and their message, because
Love
maybe it doesn't translate as well anymore?
Exactly. That's a great question, man. And that's the first thing I do when I work with someone new. I go, hey, what do we got here? Right? Like, what am I dealing with here? Okay, great. So you had this, you had this, you had this. Great. This is what I get people to do. And you can move, like today, guys, too, like, which is really important for me as a coach and even as a speaker. And John knows this about me. We don't want to fill you up with enthusiasm and energy and like, hey, you can do it. No, man, give me some tips now. Like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if you like me enough to listen to me, like, let me give you some moves. So the first move you're going to do, and to sort of bring this around, John, is I tell people, hey, let's see how engaging you are on camera. Oh, I'm real good on stage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course you are. Like, I'm real good in a nightclub talking to a girl when we're all had a few drinks. How about on the street, 9 a.m, muchacho? Come on, let's see what you got, your moves you got. So I tell them, I want you to create a video. I want you to use Instagram Live, use Facebook, use Zoom, right? See how long people are listening for. Let's see how good you are on camera, because if you can't effectively communicate who you are in a very open, natural, like no one's paying you format, why do you think they're going to give you 5, 10, 15 grand to do a Microsoft presentation for 13 leaders? You can't afford to stuff that up. So literally you got to go back to the drawing board and go, hey man, like, can I do this? And if I can't, how do I position what I mean, what I have, and who do I get help from to do that?
Now, is that something that you help people with? I
Yeah.
mean, so really, tell me where you transitioned into helping others do what you do. I mean, how did that end up working, and what do you do to help others get where you have been and are going?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I realized once this sort of Corona stopped everything, I said, okay, I know that. I sat back, and then when I reached out to the big players in the game, because of the relationship I have with them, I said, okay, what shouldn't I do right now? And they go, Jay, don't email us with your promo pack, because everyone is literally emailing left, right, and center, and they don't know. But I said, okay, well, give me some moves here. They said, create an experience. So I spent time doing that, right? But then in the meantime, I'm like, well, why don't I help speakers, right? And also coaches and trainers, right? More so coaches and trainers build their speaking lifestyle a little bit, but current speakers take what they have, right? And how do they articulate their message to do virtual events? But also, now with what's happened, they've realized, okay, we may not go back to stages until 2021. Where's their income coming from, right?
Right. Yeah.
You can't rely on virtual experiences. Maybe we should help them create, hey, do you want to make money while you sleep? That is, everyone loves hearing that. I still love hearing that. Who doesn't love hearing that? When you're sleeping, you wake up with money in your account. You didn't do anything after you created the product. So I'm like, how do we now take your message and split that up, put it
Okay.
online? How do we get a virtual experience going on? How do we start by doing coaching? John, it's funny. Everyone that I've works with me, 70% of speakers don't want to do coaching. The moment that they see how they can coach in a really fun, like welcoming, like money-driven way, and they see that, oh man, I can make a really great living with this, and it's like I'm at home and they're helping people out, everyone says yes. And that was actually a block for me at the beginning, because I'm like, I don't really want to coach. I don't want to be that guy. Then I I got a coach to show me how to coach, and it really changed my life and showed me some really great things. So yes, my job is to really help you articulate who you are and supercharge you. Be there in your corner, man. Like I was
Yeah.
in the jungle. Be
And
there
that,
as your support.
and I mean, that's because I didn't really mention this, but this is what you did with me in our coaching session, and the whole thing is, guys, when I bring people before you, these are not people that are wannabes and wishing they could. These are people that I've either worked with personally or that I've spent money with personally. One of the two,
I like
you
that.
know. Yeah, because we got to test the waters before we go out there and just make recommendations. I see so many people interview, people, and it's like, have you ever work with these people? It's like, no, but they sent me their virtual resume and I was like, oh, that would make a good podcast,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
man.
that happens, right?
Yeah.
So
And
I'm getting from you, one of the things is make a virtual pack.
yeah, yeah. So commit to like, hey man, and one thing I really want to say this too, John.
Uh-huh.
You're not alone, everybody, in feeling like you feel a little lost. We all don't know. Like, no one still really knows the exact answer yet because we don't. We literally don't know, right? So it's okay that you may have to feel like you have to pivot or tweak, right? And
Okay.
I want to bring that up because
Okay.
a lot of people's egos are hurt, man. And I get it. I get it. You know? So
Or
it's
or we're just scared.
yeah, man, we're
Uncomfortable.
scared. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
scared. We got comfortable, like whatever. But everybody watching right now, it's cool, man. It doesn't matter whether you're 15 or you're 75, right? I wanted to help. And this is one other thing I want to bring up too, John. I wanted to make sure that I could help people of all different colors and all different cultures and all different ages. I didn't want to just help, hey, 31-year-old guys with lots of energy from Australia. Could I help someone in Michigan who's 65, or she's 65, I've got a lady in Michigan, 65, right? She's not in the industry I'm in. She's in a very, like, she's in with like women after women get divorced, kind of like in their older life, right? She's quite not as high energy, right? But she's getting instant feedback, instant results, and quicker wins than I can. So I'm like, this works. So anyone watching out there who may feel that, I want to let you know that I made sure before I actually went out to market, could I help everyone? Or could I help, sorry, not everyone, but could I help the people in this industry? It doesn't matter how old you are or where you're at.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like they have to be in this specific lane for you to be able to help expand their career and
Yeah.
their opportunities.
Yeah, if you're willing to go, yo, I want help and I'm serious and committed, I can help you. You know, it's just going to be like anything. You can't come with already preconceived notions of I've tried this, I'm not going to do it again. A lot of
Okay.
the times I work with speakers and they have to really not do I wouldn't say a rebrand, but a reshoot. They've got all videos, but I'm like, no one's watching those videos because no one's giving you 16 minutes in this space of a moment. You got to make them a little bit more shorter to get them excited about you.
You know,
So
that's yeah, I just got off a call for a actual conference that went virtual, and the things that they're saying that they're going to do, the main thing that it was is that everybody before was getting 45 minutes, and they said the first thing we're doing, all the sessions are cut down to 30 or 25 minutes with 5 minutes for answer Q&A, you know, so it's like 30 minutes now.
yeah, and I have firsthand experience of this. I spoke at my first event in June now, so it'd be like early April. It was me hosting, but I got to do 10 minutes of a keynote, right? Because I wanted to know, I wanted to see as well. Like I knew I could do it, but I wanted to put my words to action. They also hired another speaker who was a 6-time Mount Everest climber, right?
Climber,
She
yeah.
wanted to, her name was I'll find her name, but Melissa Arnott. She has 50 minutes, 50, 50. I've got 10 plus 5 minutes of getting everybody together. I could see everybody's screen. The CEO could see everybody's screen, right? It was on a different platform because I was the host.
Right.
I kept everybody engaged, excited. About 10, 12 minutes in, I could tell they'd had enough. That like they get it, right?
Yeah. I think
They give,
that's
they give Melissa Arnott 50 minutes, right? 6 minutes in, people are turning off their screens. People are, when people are looking at the camera, but they're looking at YouTube on the side, they're on their phone, right? Now, could we do that in a conference in Vegas? No.
no.
You'd be
You're
so
stuck in the room.
like you could get away with texting a little bit if you're not at the front. But
Right.
if we're all at the front row, you have to pretend you're interested. And you'll try to. But now the new landscape is listen, don't try and do 50. Dude, it doesn't matter whether you do 50 or 25. Make it in impact. No one cares, you know?
Mm.
Yeah. So to bring it back, John, so yeah, commit. You want to get a virtual experience going on. How do you get those? That's really important. Go and find a group of people on Facebook. Here's some tangible stuff. Go find some people on Facebook a Facebook group that you know that if you spoke to them, you're going to get like an amazing testimonial, an amazing reaction, an amazing experience, right? You'll be able to blow them out of the water. Like it's sort of like, and I would recommend doing that either at a very, very discounted rate or for free. Like, think about this. You're giving them 15 minutes of your time to basically create a whole brand new promo material. That's what I tell everybody to do. It doesn't matter if you're getting paid 30K or 50K a keynote, just get it. Get that, now you've got something tangible. So do that, get 2 or 3 testimonials, right? And get someone to cut your reel together, right? And here's the bonus about this. See if you can do it with a billion-dollar company or a Fortune 500 company. So try to go to Citibank or McDonald's or Bank of America. Like, they're having a virtual event. That even if it's 16 people in the Zoom, guess what? You do that for 5 minutes for free and get a testimonial from Citibank. Hey, John, we're so happy that we've got John to host our virtual Citibank event. Now you have done a Fortune 500 virtual event. Now you can go to other people and go, yeah, I just did Citibank last week. Oh, you must be good. So that's a massive move, you know, like if you can, why wouldn't you? Yeah. Or here's another smart move with this. If you can't get a hold of the company per se, try to go to a networking event. For example, like, this is a clever move I did. I know WeWork pretty well. I'm in a WeWork now. I spoke at one of the WeWork kind of training sessions. I reached out, hey, I'd love to do something, how to engage people via video, right? Or, you know, what out of my topic, what would be the most popular? She goes, how to engage people via Zoom. Great. They promoted it. We had like 40 companies on that. Guess what? I now have 40 companies I can say I've worked for, which is the truth, right? Then I went down and I said, listen, I'll do it for free. I won't even sell anything, because I'm thinking testimonials, and content.
And contact.
And that's it. And, you know, it's, and now I did it and I'm getting the footage as we speak, but now I've got 40 companies I've worked with, that I can literally put on a reel that I'm creating right as we speak now too, you know?
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So here's the deal. I know you said you were going to do something good with me.
Yeah.
For these folks.
So, all right, cool.
All right. So
we're gonna give them something good, right?
You're gonna give them something good, bro.
Here's what I want to do for Johnny's community, all right? I want to give you guys the opportunity to have a strategy call with me. So if you're interested right now, once again, doesn't matter whether you're sort of, 1 or 2 years in, let's say you're a coach or a trainer and you want to learn how to make more revenue, or you want to build your speaking lifestyle, I can help you do that, right? Or if you've been in the game, you're a seasoned pro, right? And you want to learn how to get some moves and go, hey, I wouldn't mind not having to work as much to spend time with my family or my wife or my kids, and I can still make even more money, make money while I sleep, right? I can help you with that. I can have a conversation with you with that. So what I want to do is give 5 people the opportunity to have a strategy call with me where we sit and talk about our goals, your goals, how I can help you get there. And then at the end of the call, I'm going to find out if we're a good fit. We can have a open conversation to work together. So it's not a free coaching call, just so we're clear. It's not a free, it's a strategy call for people that are interested, they've got the time and they're committed to, hey, I want to get some moves, man.
Because you're actually going to give them stuff that they can move on immediately.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the big thing for me too, John, I don't know what you're like, but I like working with people I like, period. If we get along, it's a strategy call and I want to see if we get along, if we have a good fit, if we're a good fit, great. Let's talk about how we can work together. If not, it's all good. Hey, if I can help you out and serve you to get some moves, great. All you got to do is go, hey, I got the time. I'm real serious. I'm giving 5 people a strategy call with me. The link's on
First 5. First 5. 5. All right. Don't be number 6, man.
The chess move is on you now, people,
Don't be number 6. Don't wait. Go ahead. Grab this opportunity. I just got off of my call. What was it, 2 days ago? I'm working on my strategies right now. So absolutely make this happen. JJ, you got anything else for me?
No, man. Thanks for you guys. I appreciate you watching. I really do mean that. Once again, dude, it's all about just, hey, man, if I can serve you, if I can give you a couple of moves, man, the one thing I learned, coming from Australia is like there's so much opportunity around the world. Like we've got to start thinking about global. And part of the thing that I've done is I've been able to get global international events. Like America is great, don't get me wrong.
Right,
But
right.
like Johnny, you know this. You got has anyone else ever done things in Singapore? Singaporeans got cash. You
No.
think, you think Americans got cash? Asia, they got money too. Think of the hubs: Thailand, Singapore, Tokyo, London. Obviously New York City. There are these hubs that if you can learn how to get in the door with these people, how to get the decision makers' attention, know what to do, what to say, anytime, then the world is your oyster, man. You know.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, that I'm glad you brought that up, because it's not just about, even though the session's about the virtual shift, there's a lot you can help them with in the regular, brick and mortar kind of world of speaking too.
John, you know this. You can travel the world. Like let's give some people some really nice things here. You can travel the world with your loved ones for free. The speaking industry can be very lucrative, right? And you're also coming from a place of serving as well. Like you're helping people, man. You know? So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah. And if you and once again, the great thing I love about it is like I realize now you can be a very niche person and you can do very well because you've got the access to the internet, you've got access to, you've got Facebook, your Instagram, we're so connected now. And now with what's going on, it's even more connected. So now you can be doing a virtual presentation and still be making the cash and not leave your house. Like that's pretty damn good.
That's pretty damn good.
You know?
It's a lot. Yeah, I mean, now it's damn good.
Yeah. So the one thing I always will tell people to leave this on, John, is like, listen, you got three options right now. One, you do nothing. Two, you take action from today. You got a couple of moves here, right? Or three, take the strategy call, man. It's free. Get on a strategy call with me, right? Just tell me you're part of John's crew, right? If you're committed and you got the time, let's rock and roll, man.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. I mean, option three. I'm just going to say option three.
Yeah, I don't give any hits, but I'm just
Option three. I mean,
yeah,
give me a break.
yeah.
All right, JJ. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, man. Cheers, guys.
Well, there you go. All right. So hopefully you got all of that. If you didn't get all of that, you can just go back and the replay will be available on my channel. My channel. It's not a channel. It's my actual personal, timeline right now. But the channel's coming. More speaker stuff is coming. People have been asking me about how to break into the speaking game for a long time. And finally, I have the time, to put this whole thing together. And there's going to be a whole lot more coming out of that. If you want that information from JJ, you want to go to jjcorporate.com/apply, and it'll put you through a little questionnaire, and then he will schedule a time with you. And like I said, like you said, that's 100% free. And if there's something that he can help you with, fantastic. I did my call. We definitely worked through some issues in terms of just the transition that we're going through in our, thing. No, 5 slots have not been taken yet because I'm sitting here and I'm looking because he told me he'll let me know on my phone as soon as they're all gone. So, no, they have not. Go ahead and do that right now while you're thinking about it. So there's a whole lot more coming, guys, that is just going to be absolutely freaking-tastic. I'm in the process of doing those kind of interviews and presentations that are coming up. And right now, I've got over 23 speakers that are going to do sessions with us. It'll probably be over a couple of days. But like I said, it's coming up in August. If you want to be notified, just go to speakermoney.com. Speakermoney.com. It's the page that people use to sign up for this. But if you use that right now, you will get notified on my next session and the pre stuff that we're going to do. And also, of course, the live event conference that's coming up, Speaker Money Conference 2020 in August. All right, that's it for now. Go do what you do at 8:40 in the evening, Eastern time. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Peace. Thanks for dropping by. I'm out.